knocks on the door. The woman opens the door.
Come in. Take a chair. What may your name be? Sarah Williams.
Whereabouts do you live? In this neighborhood?
No, ma'am. In Huckleberry. 7 miles below. I walked all the way here and I'm all tired out.
Hungry too, I reckon. I'll find you something.
No, ma'am. I ain't hungry. My mom's dead sick and all out of money. And I've come to tell my Uncle Mort. He lives on the upper end of town. I ain't ever been here before. Do you know him?
No, I haven't lived here quite 2 weeks. It's a considerable ways to the upper end of the town. You better stay here all night.
No, I'll rest a while, I reckon, and go on. I ain't afraid of the dark.
My husband will be in by and by. I'll send him along with you.
Huck and the woman talk while waiting for her husband to come back. She brings up the murder.
Well, some think old Finn done it himself.
No, is that so?
Most everybody thought it at first, but before night, they changed around and judged him some runaway slave named Jim. Why, there's a reward out for him, $300. And there's a reward out for old Finn, too, $200. You see, he come to town the morning after the murder and told about it. Before night, they wanted to lynch him, but he was gone. Well, next day, the slave was gone, so then they put it on him. Next day, back comes old Finn, but that evening, he got drunk. He ain't come back since, and they ain't looking for him back till this thing blows over a little.
Has everybody quit thinking the slave done it?
Oh no, not everybody. A good many thinks he done it, but they'll get the slave soon.
Why, are they after him yet?
Well, you're innocent, ain't you? There's $300 lay around every day for people to pick up. A few days ago, I was talking with an old couple that lives next door, and they happened to say hardly anybody ever goes to that Jackson's Island. I was pretty near certain I'd seen smoke over there, about the head of the island. It's worth the trouble to give the place a hunt. My husband's going over to see. Him and another man.
$300 is a power of money. Is your husband going over there tonight?
Yes, they'll go over after midnight.
Couldn't they see better if they was to wait till daytime?
Yes, and couldn't the slave see better too? After midnight, he'll likely be asleep.
I didn't think of that.
The woman starts to look at Huck curiously.
What did you say your name was, honey?
Mary Williams?
I thought you said it was Sarah when you first come in.
Oh, yes, ma'am, I did. Sarah Mary Williams. Some calls me Sarah, some calls me Mary.
Oh, that's the way of it?
Yes, ma'am.
Throws Huck a bar of lead and misses when she throws it.
Can you try? You better have the lead in your lap, handy.
The woman drops the lead on Huck's lap and Huck claps his legs together in pain.
Come now, what's your real name?
What, ma'am?
What's your real name? Is it Tom, or Bill, or Bob? What is it? What's your real name?
Please don't poke for a poor girl like me, ma'am. If I'm in the way here, I'll just...
No, you won't. I ain't going to hurt you, and I ain't going to tell on you nother. What's more, I'll help you. So, my old man, if you want him to. You see, you're a runaway apprentice, that's all. Tell me all about it now. That's a good boy.
My father and mother was dead, and the law bound me out to a mean old farmer. He went away to be gone a couple of days, and so I took my chance and stole some of his daughter's old clothes and cleared out. I believed my Uncle Abner Moore would take care of me, and so that's why I struck out for this town of Goshen.
Goshen, child? This is St. Petersburg. Who told you this was Goshen?
Why, a man I met at daybreak this morning.
He was drunk, I reckon. He told you wrong.
Well, it ain't no matter now. I got to be moving along. I'll fetch Goshen before daylight.
Hold on a minute. I'll put you up a snack to eat.
The woman quizzes him about farm life to make
I
sure
heard
he
you
isn't lying
lived in
again.
the country. I thought maybe you was trying to hocus me again. What's your real name now?
George Peters, ma'am.
Well, don't forget and tell me it's Alexander before you go, and then say it's George Alexander when I catch you. Now, trot along to your uncle, Sarah Mary Williams George Alexander Peters, and if you get into trouble, you send word to Mrs. Judith Loftus, which is me, and I'll do what I can to get you out of it.
Huck walks up the bank and then turns around and springs back to the canoe. He runs as fast as he could, 1.5 miles to the cave where he and Jim are staying. He shakes Jim awake. Jim doesn't ask any questions and doesn't say a word, but the way he waits for the next half an hour shows how scared he is. They pack everything they have onto the raft and push it onto the shore. Huck and Jim get out on the raft, leaving the island in silence.
No, I haven't lived here quite 2 weeks. It's blah 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 blah.
Well, it ain't no matter now. I'll... Get up, Jim. The animated canoes are after us.
Oh.